delivers our helicopter pilot, Mr. Russell Kilpatrick. And also special thanks to the Obsession, Platinum, and Typhoon racing teams for helping us to transport our equipment to Key West for these World Championships. And of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions was certainly proud to be a part of it. So on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video Productions, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Key West, Florida. We'll see you on Sunday for the final race, when we will see who the world champions are in Super Cat and Super Cat Light Inboard. Bye, everyone. How sweet it is on the inside, Cat Can Do on the outside. How sweet it is, a 36-foot Eliminator, Mercruiser Power 2 500 horsepower inboards. Brent Leach, the driver and throttle man. Brandy Leach is the navigator. Now, How Sweet It Is on Wednesday took a second place. Now, the owner of How Sweet It Is, John Peterson. He's also in the other How Sweet It Is boat in Super Cat. Crew Chief Trent Leach, Assistant Crew Chief John Love, Crew Member John Lovell. Sponsors include Eliminator Boats and Inco Marine Products. 25 dealers nationwide, Eliminator Boats, and some of those dealers include Precision Performance in Michigan, Great Lakes Eliminator in Indiana, Central Boat Sales in Virginia, Malik Motors in Washington. How sweet it is, 36-foot Eliminator with brother and sister team on board. Brent Leach, the driver and throttle man. Brandy Leach, the navigator. They're from California. In third place, How Sweet It Is in Super Cat Light. On board, How Sweet It Is. There's the Santa Chevrolet right behind. The Santa Chevrolet, and How Sweet It Is. There's Platinum on the outside. Platinum Racing with Dominic Visconti and Jim Dyke. On board, How Sweet It Is, Brent Leach and Brandy Leach. End of race number 7, and these 2002 APBA World Championships are history. And very shortly, we will give you the results of this final race, as well as the world champions in Super Cat and Super Cat Light, as we watch some of the spectators who have witnessed an exciting race today, a set of races, morning and afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Key West for watching the offshore powerboat races. Highly exciting race between Super Cat and Super Cat Light, finishing off just a terrific world championship for the APBA and a terrific 2002 APBA season. Of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions, proud to be a part of it. Okay, the winners in Super Cat, Team Virgin in first place, followed by WHM Motorsports in second, Drambuie on Ice in third. Team Virgin in first place in Super Cat class. And your world champion in Super Cat class is Drambuie on Ice. Even though it tied with Team Virgin, both had the same number of points. Drambuie on Ice beat Team Virgin by about a minute. In third place, it was Airborne, who beat out WHM Motorsports by about 8 points. So Drambuie on Ice, your world champion in Super Cat class 2002 APBA. In Super Cat Light, it was In Motion again, getting the checkered flag, followed by Zip Express, and How Sweet It Is in third. In Motion, the checkered flag, and Super Cat Light. And the world champion in Super Cat Light, In Motion again, followed by How Sweet It Is and Zip Express, your world champion in Super Cat Light, In Motion again. All right, that is it for the 2002 APBA World Championships. Highly exciting racing. We did have a couple of mishaps, but no one was hurt. So before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, a special thanks to Eve for all of her help during the 2002 APBA season. Also, Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work, Mr. Jim Fisher for his help with the onboard cameras, and Russell Kilpatrick, our helicopter pilot, and of course the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating this fine event here in Key West. Also, special thanks to the Obsession, Typhoon, and Platinum Racing teams for helping Freeze Frame Video Productions move their equipment here to Key West for these World Championships. Also, Freeze Frame providing all races on the DVD format as well as VHS. So, this is Vince Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video Production crew, wishing you a fond farewell from Key West, hoping to see you during the 2003 APBA Racing Campaign. Bye, everyone.